Once upon a time, in a small town tucked away from the world, lived a kind and beautiful girl named Belle. She wasn't like the other girls in her village. Her greatest treasures were not jewels or fancy dresses, but the books she adored. Each page was a new adventure, a gateway to a world of magic and wonder. Belle's heart was as open as her books, and she shared her kindness with everyone and everything she met. One fateful day, Belle's father, a merchant, set off on a journey. His path led him through a deep, dark forest where a sudden, violent storm erupted. Lost and shivering, he stumbled upon a mysterious, imposing castle looming through the rain-soaked trees. Seeking shelter, he cautiously stepped inside. The castle was eerily silent, its vast halls echoing with an unspoken loneliness. Wandering through the grounds, he discovered a magnificent garden, untouched by the storm. There, amidst the thorns, grew a single, perfect red rose. Thinking it would be a simple, beautiful gift for his beloved Belle, he reached out and picked it. At that very moment, a terrifying beast appeared with a deafening roar. "You have stolen from me," he bellowed, his eyes flashing with fury. As punishment for this single act, he imprisoned Belle's father in a high, cold tower. Back home, days turned into a week, and Belle's worry grew into a gnawing fear. Her father had not returned. Though she was scared, her love for him made her brave. Mounting her horse, she rode deep into the foreboding forest, following the faint tracks left behind. They led her straight to the gates of the giant, shadowed castle. Taking a deep, steadying breath, she pushed the heavy doors open and called out into the echoing silence, "Papa." Her voice led her to the dungeon where she found her father, frail and scared. And there, standing over him, was the beast. He was bigger and more frightening than anything she had ever imagined. But Belle stood tall, her voice clear and strong. "Please," she said, "let my father go. I will take his place." The beast was taken aback. No one had ever shown such courage or selflessness in his presence. He looked from the brave girl to the old man and gruffly agreed. Belle became a prisoner in the enchanted castle. The first few days were filled with sadness and solitude. The grand castle felt more like a cage. But then a cheerful little voice broke the silence. A tiny, chipped teacup named Chip hopped towards her, followed by his mother, a warm and motherly teapot named Mrs. Potts. Soon, she met a fussy but well-meaning clock and a suave, charming candlestick. They were all alive. These magical friends welcomed her, and they shared a secret. "The master isn't truly mean," they whispered. "He's just terribly lonely." Slowly, Belle started to see beyond the beast's gruff exterior. He revealed his greatest treasure to her, a breathtaking library, larger than she could have ever dreamed of, with shelves that reached the ceiling, filled with countless stories. They began to share dinners, not as prisoner and captor, but as friends. They talked, they argued, and they laughed. Belle discovered that beneath the fur and the fangs, the beast possessed a gentle and surprisingly kind heart. One evening, the beast showed Belle a magic mirror. In its shimmering surface, she saw her father back in their village, but he was sick and alone. The sight broke her heart, and the beast saw the tears welling in her eyes. A profound sadness washed over him, not for himself, but for her. "You must go to him," he said, his voice quiet with an emotion she hadn't heard before. "You are free." It was the most selfless, kindest gift he could have ever given her. Belle rushed home and nursed her father back to health. But as the days passed, she found herself missing the castle. She missed the enchanted objects, and most of all, she missed her friend, the beast. She realized, with a start, that she had fallen in love with him. A terrible feeling urged her to return, and she raced back to the castle just as the last petal on the enchanted rose was about to fall. She found the beast lying weak and heartbroken. "I'm back," she whispered, her own heart aching. Leaning down, she looked into his eyes and said, "I love you." At her words, a brilliant light erupted, enveloping the beast. The magic of the spell began to unwind. Before her very eyes, he transformed back into a handsome prince. The curse was finally broken by true love. In that moment, Belle understood a profound truth. True beauty is not what you see with your eyes. A kind heart is the most beautiful thing of all. And so, the castle was once again filled with joy and laughter, and every night the prince and Belle fell asleep, safe in their love, ready for a lifetime of sweet dreams together. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more wonderful stories.